Aloha football fans, and good afternoon from Eddie Hamada Field on the campus of Iolani School. Here on a beautiful day in Mo'ili'ili, and welcome to Iolani Live's presentation of ILH Division I varsity football as the Iolani Raiders host the Damien Monarchs. Hello everybody, I'm John Tamanaha. I will be joined a little later by prep sports guru Wes Nakama. But it is the Raiders and the Monarchs again here to open the ILH Division I season. In that division, we could call it a duo as well as a division. It consists of the Iolani School Raiders and the Damien Memorial School Monarchs. Both teams will play each other twice. This is Iolani's home game in the series. The Raiders and Monarchs will meet once again later on October 24th at Skippadia Stadium at Farrington High School under the lights. But first things first, Iolani hosting Damien, and now we will turn it over to our public address announcer here in the Kazuki Stadium press box, Mr. Kyle Miyamoto.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Eddie Hamada Field at Kazuki Stadium, here on the campus of Iolani School. Today's Division I varsity football game features the Damien Monarchs and your Iolani Raiders. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem and Hawaii Pono'i. Singing the Star Spangled Banner and Hawaii Pono'i today will be Iolani sophomore Jasmine Weldon. Jasmine Weldon. Sports fans, please remain standing for each school's alma mater. Damien, your alma mater, please. Iolani, your alma mater, please.
Great job by Jasmine Weldon,
On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff,
singing the
students, and faculty
national
of
anthem
Iolani
and
School,
Hawaii
we welcome you to
Honoi.
today's varsity football game.
Great job. What grade is Jasmine in?
Jasmine is a junior now.
Man,
Yeah.
what a voice. Yeah.
Spectators,
If some of our football fans have been to spring musicals over the years, and,
Okay, now that
musical
explains
theater,
it. Okay, now I get it.
yeah, I've seen Jasmine perform in
Ah,
various roles.
thank you very much for your support.
And then the singing of the Damien alma mater by the Damien Monarchs, who were in the tunnel, the Kazuki Stadium tunnel. And it kind of resonated. It kind of struck you in your bones a little bit here for us in the stands.
good acoustics.
Yeah. And then the Iolani alma mater by the Iolani Marching Band under the direction of Taylor Ann Katase Brown. Good to see them over here off to our right and right in front of us. The Iolani Raider varsity cheerleaders. State champions, we might add, in the all-girl division. They will compete in the co-ed division this year. That is a fall sport. As is football. Wes Nakama has joined me. I'm John Tamanaha along with Zach Helta on the camera. Thanks for joining us here on Iolani Live. Damien at Iolani. Wes, you're the class of 85. I'm the class of 87. Back in the day.
I'm
But
old,
Damien-
but not that old. I'm 86, not 85.
Oh, yeah. 85.
Yeah. I am older, but not that much older.
Yeah, just 1 year. Back in the day, Damien always played Iolani. Not quite the rivalry that we see today and in the recent years. Partly because they're the two teams in that Division One, but partly because the games have been well played. Damien has had the upper hand in recent games. It's always been entertaining.
Well, one thing about Damien, especially recently, is the physicality. Just looking at this sideline and some of their linemen, I mean, and it's been this way, like you said, for the last several years. They've got great size across both offensive and defensive lines, and even at quarterback. So, physically they are, although they're, Division One. Shoot, man, some of their first stringers have, open division type size.
Absolutely. The Monarchs won the toss and elect to receive. Iolani will have the option in the second half. You mentioned the quarterback for the Monarchs. We will see him first. Alani AJ Tuifua. He's now a senior.
Oh, my God, finally. Jeez.
That's what Raider fans are saying, right?
He
along
seems
with
like
you,
a
Wes.
60-year senior. I mean,
He is 6'3", weight not listed. He is a well put together young man. On the flip side, you will not see CJ Villanueva. They have battled over the years. CJ also a senior. but he was injured in the game, the last game 2 weeks ago at Lelehua. He will not play in this game.
Yeah, I think you were there as well, John, 2 weeks ago at Lelehua. Took a vicious hit. It was a legal hit. It was blindside, though. And right after he released the ball, he did a great job staying in the pocket, delivering a great pass, but paid the price dearly. It took a severe, vicious hit in his backside, landed on his shoulder, and then hurt his shoulder even more. And a couple plays later on a handoff. And, yeah, very unfortunate injury, not just for him, but for the entire Iolani team. Our best wishes go out to CJ in his recovery.
Absolutely. Getting set to kick things off here for the Raiders. Sophomore Tai Mitsunaga. Damien will be going from the other end to the diamond head end. Raiders in all black, Damien in all white. ILH Division I season is underway, and that underway unceremoniously as the ball bounces out of bounds. Damien will have it 1st and 10 at its own 35-yard line.
Yeah, you know, and that was an issue, John, at Lelehua as well. You know, kicking the ball out of bounds, letting Lelehua start their drives on the 35. On the flip side, Lelehua's kicker, I think, had 5 touchbacks or 4 touchbacks, but kicking it in the end zone and Iolani having to start their drives on the 20-yard line every single time. You know, those yards add up and they make a big difference.
Yeah. Field position. Football very much a ground acquisition game. Where you start matters a great deal. Tuifua, that quarterback. Long count for the Monarchs. Be a handoff. Running into the pile for a minimal gain is Jonah Wong.
And that's what teams are going to do against Iolani, is try to establish that run. You know, like I said, they got great size on the offensive line. Iolani does not have great size on the defensive line. So, of course, teams are going to try to see if they can establish that run game right off the bat.
Three receivers to the left, one to the right. 2nd down and 8 for the Monarchs. 4-man front for the Raiders. They bring pressure. Ball comes out quickly. And cutting it side. Getting close to 1st down yardage is Wyatt Ho-Williams. Looks like they will mark him about a foot short. 3rd down here.
Good description, though, John. Tuifua got that ball out really quick, and that makes a huge difference with the receiver getting the ball quick like that, able to get upfield before the Iolani defense can react.
Five up at the line of scrimmage for the Raiders this time. Hand off to Wong. He's caught from behind, but gains the necessary yardage for the 1st down.
Yards on the 1st down. Hand off to number 2, Jonah Wong.
So that's the other strategy that teams use against Iolani and going to the ground game is eating up clock, keeping Iolani's offense off the field, and also wearing them down. You know, with the size superiority, you know, they're wearing down that defensive line.
3 receivers to the wide side of the field for Tuifua. They'll give it to Wong. Wong runs into Dax LaRue. Marcos King also there on the scene, as was Joshua Griffin.
Great job by LaRue. You know, he's listed at the hybrid position, which is kind of a combination of strong safety and outside linebacker. And that's what he's there for, is to provide that run support from that hybrid position.
Gain of 1. 2nd and 9 from the Damien 49. Tuifua in rhythm, slings it into the hands, but dropped. That'll bring up 3rd and long. Wow, you look at Tuifua out there, Wes. He's their tallest player, maybe nearly their biggest player, but nimble, quick release.
Oh, that's exactly what I've noticed. You know, like you said, we've been watching him over the past 3 years, but he has really, you can tell, he's worked on that quick release. That ball is getting out there smooth and on target, and most importantly, very quickly.
So 3rd and 9. Big down here for both teams. Tuifua deep drop. Flings it out there, and that one falls incomplete.
Damien asking for an interference call there, and might have had a point. There was quite a bit of contact while the ball was still in the air, but no flag. So that brings up 4th and 9, and special teams unit punt team comes out for Damien.
Dropping back to punt. Wyatt Ho-Williams. Back deep for the Raiders on the near side. Jaden Park on the far side. Kekama Kane, a pair of Iolani seniors. Wyatt Ho-Williams will run. Griffin almost got him down. Now he's got some open area. And he puts his head down, gains the yards for the 1st down. Wow.
You know, I can't remember if Wyatt Williams is their normal punter, but of course he's their star wideout.
Yeah.
So this guy can run in the open field, and he got those extra yards, gave a great stiff arm. About 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and that freed him up for another 8 or 9 yards downfield, easily getting the 1st down.
I'm going to guess, Wes, in the middle of the field like that, with that kind of athlete, kind of snap it, see what you can do. Maybe
right.
You're kicking it. Maybe you're venturing to the right, as he did.
He looked like he was going to do a rugby-style kick.
And
but
then maybe you're going to venture to the left.
Right, exactly.
That's the 1st down. Up to you, young man. Play action. Ball falls incomplete. Penalty flags on the field.
And again, very important for Damien to keep this drive going, because that's what they want to do is, as we get a false start call, they'll back them up 5 yards. But they want to establish the run, trying to manage the clock. You know, as usual in these fall Fridays, it's very warm down there on that field. They want to wear down that Iolani defensive front and keep running the ball when they can.
First and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. Raiders bring pressure, 5-man rush. They can't get there. Tuifua lets it go, and it's caught. Steinhoff with a big gain. 1st and 10. Monarchs, they get into the red zone.
You know, Tui telling, like I said, that quick release, and you know, he's so strong. He just has to like flick that wrist, and that ball sails like 40 yards. And his spin, I mean, that spiral is really, really tight and accurate.
It's a tight formation for the Monarchs. Strong to the right, Tuifua rolls to the left, throws down through the middle. Intended receiver lost his footing. Wyatt Ho-Williams.
Intended for number 1, Wyatt Ho-Williams. 2nd down.
Make it 2nd and 10 from the 13. This will be the 11th play of the drive that started at the 35-yard line. It includes a 4th down conversion. 2nd and 10. Tuifua with time.
Wow.
Completes it to Wyatt Ho-Williams. 13-yard TD. Tuifua to Williams.
13-yard touchdown pass. Number 11,
Monarchs
Damien
take a 6-0 lead
Williams.
with 7:14 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Williams, you know, Iolani had two guys in coverage on that side, but he just ran a straight arrow route and got separation early. And again, Tuitele delivering the ball quickly and on target. Easy touchdown for Damien.
Jacob Inocencio, 5'10 senior, on for the point after attempt. Williams will hold. He gets it down. Jacob sends it through. 7-0 Monarchs.
Extra point attempt by number 44.
Scoring a touchdown.
Inocencio is good. Your score now,
65-yard
7.
drive on
Raiders
11 plays. Last 13 on a pass from A.J. Tuifua to Wyatt Ho-Williams.
When I go back to that kickoff, you know, they got those first 15 yards were free because of the kickoff that went out of bounds. So, you know, it can make a huge difference, like we said, about starting from the 20 versus from the 35. They got a much shorter field to work with.
Now it'll be the Raiders' turn to receive the kickoff. Inocencio will tee it up. Bright green tees nowadays.
Monarchs number 44, Jacob
We're old,
Inocencio.
Wes. We remember the kind of the one with the three kind of orange, really tall.
They still
sprockets.
sell those. I have a couple of them at home.
Yeah. That's the last time I'm going to say that we're old. Oh, man. Maybe later when the sun really starts to beat down on us. Inocencio's kick. Headed toward Kikamakane. He's got it. Headed here to the near side. It's a block from Briones. He's clearing the way. That's how the Raiders will have a set-up shot with good field position at their own 37-yard line.
28-yard return for Kane. And John, you know, I haven't mentioned this yet, but with him wearing number 21 and his stride and his athleticism, does it kind of remind you of Carter Kamanoff from a few years ago?
Yeah. Adrian Perkins, the Raider quarterback, the sophomore, will hand it off to Aiden Teranishi. Aiden will gain a tough yard there.
So against Lelihua 2 weeks ago, you know, Iolani ran the ball not bad in the first few series with Teranishi. I think he had like maybe 20, 22 yards in his first 4 or 5 carries. And then after that, he just got shut down the rest of the game.
Perkins lost one up for Kikamakane. Nice catch on the sideline by a coach with a headset on.
Brings up third down.
3rd and 9 for the Raiders.
Perkins got thrown into the fire after Villanueva got injured late in the first quarter against Lelihua. Had a rough start, you know, threw a pick on his first attempt, had a fumble exchange 2 plays later. But then he settled down, and he actually finished not bad. It was a baptism of fire for the young sophomore.
3 receivers to the sophomore's left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield. Pressure coming. Perkins lofts it up again for Kane. Just about the same spot, falls incomplete. And the Raiders will have to punt.
Number 21, Kamakane. Brings up fourth down.
Marcos King, Raider defensive lineman, handling the punting duties here this year.
You know, and right there you see too, CJ Villanueva and Kane. They've had that connection, you know, having worked with each other the last couple of years, and you know, all of a sudden with a new quarterback, you don't have that same type of connection and timing.
King's punt takes a Raider bounce that really kind of saved it off the foot. It didn't look like it was going to get anywhere near the 20-yard line, but it does.
That was amazing because it did. It looked like he kicked it, like you said, off the side of his foot, a shank that was going to sail out of bounds. It landed about 1 foot inbounds and then rolled toward the middle of the field.
That's like your golf shot,
It
Wes.
was.
Like
I was
hit
just
the
gonna
edge of the
say.
bunker and then it bounced onto the green.
You know, getting a lob wedge and putting a little draw on it and having it land right near the cup.
6:16 to go here in the first quarter. Damien at Iolani. Monarchs leading at 7-0 here in the early going. Tuifua will pitch it to a new ball carrier. Makoa Namoka.
Yeah, that's
Out
another
there.
concern for the Raiders, you know, in game 1 against Radford.
Pick up 9 yards on the pitch to number 29, Makoa Namoka.
Radford was getting outside. Iolani was struggling with that outside contain. This time, same deal. Nobody sealed the outside. He got 9 yards out of it.
Fake to Namoka. Tuifua throws it from behind the line of scrimmage and off to the races is Kawakami. Samuel Kawakami. 61-yard touchdown pass from AJ Tuifua, who now has a pair of scoring tosses. It's like a double play action, Wes. He fakes the give, then he fakes like he's going to run and slams on the brakes at the line of scrimmage and flings it further out left.
And you know, you said he was behind the line of scrimmage, which I guess he was because there was no flag, but he was pretty close. I mean,
Or he could have passed it and maybe it
Right.
was behind him.
true, that counts as a lateral.
Yeah. Well-designed play.
Extra point attempt by number 44, Jacob Inocencio is good. Scores now, Damien 14, Iolani 0.
And I tell you, you know, Kawakami, you recognize the name. He was their kicker last year or even maybe the last 2 years. But, jeez, this guy showed some speed down the sideline. Got great separation. Looked like a couple of Iolani players might have had a shot of him with their angle, but he turned on the jets right about the 40 and got the separation, zoomed into that end zone. So showing he doesn't have just one strong leg, he's got 2 strong legs that can run. 71 yards. 2 plays. 14-0. Less than 7 minutes in.
Park and Kane back deepest for the Raiders.
Great play call, by the way, as you described. Almost like a double play action or RPO type deal.
That kick is driven in the direction of Park. Jaden has it. Comes forward and gets right across the 25-yard line. The Raiders will begin their second possession with 5:11 to go here in the first quarter. Up front for the Raiders across the line from left to right, Landon Kaneshiro, Brady Minami, Max Nakaahiki, Colt Kotekaro, and John Aguada. Running play, Teranishi. He gets knocked to the ground after a gain of about 4 by 3 Monarchs.
You know, Teranishi listed at 5'5", 160, but he's a hard runner. Tough guy. Takes a lot of shots.
It's a north-south runner. Perkins, pass complete to Akalao Kong. Good gain there, makes it 3rd and manageable for Iolani. It'll make it 3rd and 3. 3 receivers to the right. Most wide is Kane. Perkins looking the other way, running the other way, has the first down, slides in safely into the 42-yard line.
Loud clap from the Iolani cheering section, and deservedly so, because that, you know, again, sophomore making his first start, that was a mature decision.
1st and 10, play action. Ball falls incomplete.
Incomplete pass intended for number 19, Ren Minami.
Makes it 2nd and 10 for the Raiders from their own 42-yard line. Receiver in motion, they'll give it to Teranishi. He gets through the 2nd level into the 3rd and into Damien territory and across the 40-yard line. That's what I was talking about before, about that north-south. We didn't see it on that carry here to the near side, but Aiden Teranishi attacks.
No, that's that traditional counter play that has worked, you know, pretty well for Iolani over the years. Again, they struggled with it a bit, and especially in the second half against Levi, but that time got 18 yards of Teranishi.
Furukawa in motion. Give it to Teranishi again. Solid gain there, 5 yards. Teranishi, 5'5", 160-pound junior. Empty backfield for Iolani. Perkins, it's a shotgun snap. Gets it to Kane on an in route. And Keikama's got another Iolani first down.
This is very important for Iolani because a lot of their offense relies on tempo. And looks like they're getting into that good tempo right now.
Yeah, the linemen were quick to the line. They're ready to go here. 20 on the play clock. Teranishi finds the corner. That's his jersey. He got grabbed. He got dragged down, but not before another good gain on the ground for Teranishi. He's played in all of the games this year, but the first 2 games, Ronan Finelli was the starting running back. We call it an S back here at Iolani. He is sidelined right now. Keikama Kane takes it from the right, goes to the middle, enters the end zone for the touchdown. Now the Raiders get on the board. Mitsunaga adds the extra point, although pressured a little bit there. And that cuts the Damien lead in half. Monarchs ahead 14-7 with 2:06 to go here. So a touchdown pass from Adrian Perkins to Keikama Kane.
Very important drive for Iolani, you know, down 14-0, less than 7 minutes into the game. If they came up empty and Damien scores again, and as it goes up 3 scores, you know, the game can get away from you real fast.
Yeah.
So it was important for them to answer back and cut that lead in half. Still a lot of time left, 2 minutes left still in the first quarter. So we got a ball game again.
Wes, you've been watching modern day Iolani football maybe as long as anyone. Maybe short of Wendell Look and people of that ilk. But Kikamakane, that is his 35th career touchdown. He's got at least a couple more games to go in this season, hopefully more. He scored 222 points in his career, sometimes off his foot. That kickoff off the foot of Tai Mitsunaga goes into the end zone. That's the kind of no run back that you want.
Well, actually,
Damien will set up at the 20-yard line.
Speaking of Kane, that was him on that kickoff.
Oh, was it? Oh.
21,
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
So, I mean, he's a soccer player, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, he does have that leg. But, yeah, you mentioned all those touchdowns he scores. The guy, he is a playmaker for sure. He knows how to find the end zone. And that was a perfect example last time in the last score because he caught the ball on the far right hash marks, zigzagged his way toward the middle, and that's where he saw the opening and ran actually the opposite direction from where the pass came from.
Yeah. First and 10 Monarchs at their own 20. Raiders bring some pressure. It doesn't get there. Pass complete. Bagoyo on the stop for Iolani. Zach Bagoyo, his brother Anson. They were on the same football team last year. Anson graduated. Best wishes to him. Sports fans might listen to that name, Zach Bagoyo, Zach Bagoyo. Little League World Series, that's where you heard that name from years ago, making all the plays. Hand off to Wong. He gets a head start. Dax LaRue slowed him down. And then Tauveve Sataraka finished off the tackle. First down, Monarchs. Clock ticking toward the final minute of the first quarter. Trips left. Raiders bring 5. Tuifua gets rid of it. Ho Williams dancing in the middle of the field. He's still on his feet, and he's off to the races, and he wins the race. "68-yard touchdown pass. The second of the day from Iolani Tuifua to Wyatt Ho Williams.
That is yet another issue that Iolani has had even the last couple of years is the tackling. You mentioned how Sataraka finished the tackle on the previous play. This last time, nobody finished the tackle. I think Wyatt Ho Williams got hit probably 2 or 3 times at least. Stayed on his feet.
Textbook PAT kick, high and true, which puts Damien up 21-7. 37 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Damien is 3 for 3 on their drives. All TD passes. 13 yards, 71 yards, and 68 yards.
Again, that's a concern for Iolani. Obviously, you can't let Damien score every time they get the ball. Just like in basketball, you need stops. In football, you need stops too. And so far, Iolani has not been able to do that.
There's been crazy games in this series, especially as of late. There was one. When you talk about scoring every time you have the ball, do you remember the Iolani homecoming game in 2023? Raiders finished on top 63-56. Tied the school record for combined points in a single game, 119. Not a lot of punts in that one. Kane gets the kickoff, bolts through the middle, over the 30-yard line. That's one of those things that could come in handy in this game. Kane is a weapon on returns, whether it be punts or kickoffs that way. And when you're down a couple parts, more than a couple, down a couple linemen, but also the starting running back and starting quarterback from the season, maybe get across the goal line on special teams once or twice might help out. Teranishi powers through the middle. Picked up a good 3 yards there.
Handoff to number 9, Keegan Teranishi.
Second down and 7. Pass complete. And gaining first down yardage is Akalao Kong. That'll be the last play of the first quarter. The Monarchs lead Iolani 21-7. At halftime, we'll be treated to performance by the Iolani Marching Band and Iolani Dance Team. Stick with us for that. And also, a couple of fun videos. It's been a eventful week here at Iolani School, West Nakama. Yesterday, club day in the lower gym. 97 clubs represented for the upper school students. 10 more than last year. Everything you could basically think of. Very impressive. Lots of smiles, lots of interaction. More than 80% of Iolani School upper school students participate in at least one club. I think that's kind of one of the special things about the school, those extracurriculars, not just sports and performing arts and those sorts of things, but clubs, service clubs, academic clubs, language clubs, special interest clubs. The One Team Network is a club. They produce videos and content, students talking to students. At halftime, we will see a video that the One Team Network produced, which was a behind-the-scenes kind of story about what happens in the kindergarten senior walk. And if you don't know what that is, we'll also show a video that the school produced about that happened on Wednesday. Back to football, and the Raiders go back to Teranishi. This time he gets thrown for a loss.
So I mentioned that Leilehua game a couple weeks ago where Iolani found early success on the ground with Teranishi averaging about 4 or 5 yards a carry. After that, Leilehua made adjustments, and the rest of the game he maybe had 10 yards on the next 7 or 8 carries. So maybe Damien is picking up on that and trying to make adjustments.
Double slot formation, pass over the middle, almost intercepted. Falls incomplete. Pass intended for Justin Kauhane.
Pass intended for number 3, Justin Kauhane.
Makes it 3rd and a long 12. Three receivers here to the near side, Furukawa, and now they switch. Now it is 3 to the right, Furukawa and Kauhane, slotted inside of Kane. Laokong and Park here to the bottom. Perkins lofts one before he got hit. AP pops up. He's okay, and the punt team will come on as the Raiders face 4th and 12. from their own 42.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a missed assignment or what, but the Damien lineman came shooting up the middle, almost like he was unblocked, untouched. Perkins had no choice but to just fling the ball early.
Nice punt by Marcos King, which includes a good Raider bounce. It goes out of bounds. 11-11 left here in the second quarter. Damien leading it 21-7.
Excellent punt by King. 41 yards, no return. Yeah, I mean, especially at the high school level, you'll take that net any day.
Oh, yeah.
41 yards net. And pitting them on their own 13-yard line. Long field to work with.
18-yard line.
I'm sorry, 18-yard line.
But inside the 20, you'll take that every time, as you were saying. In that field position battle. Tuifua hands it off to Wong. And he picks up big yardage on first down.
Well, he had a huge wall set up for him that cleared up a lot of open space. Great job by the Damien offensive line, sealing off Iolani's defense and creating that huge open space.
Jonah Wong had his helmet knocked off, so he had to come out and is replaced by Namoka. They'll give it to Namoka, and he runs into Von Han Guy, Calabrionis. Good play there by the Raider defense. Saw Von Han Guy working hard in Stage Band 3 this week. One of the percussionists. Multi-talented. Lining up there at left end. Kai Kuskaden in the middle. Marcos King on the right. Some of the other hybrids jumping around. No one in a three-point stance. They do bring pressure. Damien deals with it. Ball over the top is just a little too far for Steinhoff. Tuifua might disagree with my description of just a little too far. He might say that was right on the mark.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was just a tad, maybe 8 inches overthrown. I mean, was able to get a hand on it, but not quite cradle it in.
One of those plays where you kind of put it out there for your receiver to run under it.
But good job by Hangai putting enough pressure where I think Tuifua had to get rid of the ball just a smidgen earlier than he wanted to.
Gets rid of this one. Is it intercepted by Zach Magoyo? Is it incomplete? Is it a reception? Inquiring minds want to know.
Oh, wow.
It's a completion.
I guess they're going to say, is that Tuafe, number 2, who caught that pass?
Yeah.
Yep. And
I got the feeling the back judge was calling it incomplete.
well,
It was
Pagoyo
all sorts of
actually
things, yeah.
almost jumped the route and made a great interception. But credit to Tuafe wrestling the ball away from him and coming down with the catch.
Wong with the carry. Ball's out. Raiders think they have it. And they do.
Wow.
They did not get the interception. They got the fumble recovery. Opportunity here. As for the first time this afternoon, Damien does not drive for a touchdown.
Ball is fumbled at the 48-yard line, recovered by Raiders 0, K.O. Keene.
K.O. Keene with the reception. KO is wearing number 0 today instead of number 5. Pass complete to the far side. For a gain of about 1.5 yards, 2. Parkin Furukawa slotted inside of Lau Kong. Furukawa in motion to the right. He'll come back to the left. Teranishi bolting up the middle. Gets his jersey grabbed once again. That's the second time this afternoon that he's been off to the races. Remember the old school tearaway jerseys?
Oh,
Gary
yeah.
Allen and David Tolomumu.
Yeah, exactly.
Pass complete to Kane. He hit down the far sideline. First down, Iolani. Raiders on the march here. Trailing at 21-7. Looking to cash in on the fumble recovery by K.O. Keene. First and 10 at the 20. Taranishi's got some blocking, got some room, gets some yards.
Even Taranishi, the ball carrier, picks up 6 yards on the handoff.
Sky Lamb into the game for Iolani at left guard. That moves Brady Minami to right tackle. Pass incomplete. That'll bring up third down.
Pass intended for number 21, Kamakane, brings up third down.
Now John Aguada checks back in at right tackle. And Brady Minami will return to left guard. Landon Karnashiro at left tackle. Max Nakaahiki at center. And Colt Kotikaru at right guard. We'll fake it to Teranishi. Throw over the top. Kane got it for a touchdown. 14-yard touchdown from Adrian Perkins to Kikama Kane on a 3rd and 4 play. Put a star next to that one, Wes. That cuts the score to 21-13 after that fumble recovery. We might look back at that Raider drive, which is completed by the point after kick as a vital one here in this game.
Yeah, like we said, in a game like this, you know, when one team holds serve, the other team, the pressure's on them to hold serve as well. Because if the other team is to get able to get that break, now they can go up 2 scores and then get separation. It's still a 1-possession game for Iolani, which is important to stay within striking distance.
To stay with that analogy, if Damien had driven and converted on its 4th drive, you're looking at 28-7.
Correct.
Instead, we are looking at 21-14.
So really, yeah, like a 14-point swing. Rather than being down 3 scores, you're only down 1 score. On that play, by the way, you know, nice job by Perkins, nice lob pass, but the Damien defender, sophomore Chazin Perez Garcia, did not look back for the ball. Had he done so, he might have had a chance to turn and tip it because it was a perfectly lob pass.
Kawakami on the return. Penalty flag flies. Justin Kauhane was the first Raider to him to slow him up.
Anyway, to finish the thought, I was saying it was a perfectly lob pass only because the defender did not turn. Had he turned, the outcome of that play might have been different. But as it is, hey, I'm sure Perkins and Kade will take the touchdown. It's not their fault what the defender did or didn't do.
Holding on the Monarchs. That'll push them back 10 yards. Let's see what the Raider defense could come up with here. The last possession came close to an interception. Did convert a fumble recovery. Cash that in for a touchdown. First and 10 for the Monarchs at their own 13. Pitch to Wong. Tackle for a short gain.
Interesting, almost looked like a forward pitch.
Yeah.
Which actually is not a bad idea considering where they are in the field, because if you lateral it and he drops the ball, that ball is live.
Absolutely right. Second and 9. Tuifua.
Beautiful pass.
Complete to Kawakami. And Jet Katayama makes the tackle. Good job by Jet. Getting Kawakami down there. Knee touch the turf.
10 yards on the first down on the completion to number 12, Samuel Kawakami.
Jet Katayama, 5'7", 140-pound sophomore. Played wide receiver for the Raiders previously last year. Was on the varsity as a freshman. You see him with that press coverage out there on the left corner. Now he drops back. Tight formation. Wong slipped, but he slipped because Dax LaRue was right there to make the stop for a loss of a couple.
Loss of 2 yards on the handoff to number 10, Jonah Wong.
Dax LaRue, 5'7", 170-pound junior. He was one of the students in my career compass workshop this summer. Wonderful young man. Second and 12, penalty flag dropped.
Wow. So he's going to call a false start. It was a far side judge.
Cal Evans is our white cap this afternoon.
Wow, no wonder. The wideout, Ho Williams, who was lined up on that left side, lined up in the neutral zone.
You know that also because of the tight formation, I'll explain after this play. You see that formation now. Tuifua has time. Short over the middle to Kawakami. And the tackle made. Monarchs get a bunch of that yardage back. But lining up in the neutral zone when you're the wide receiver, if you spent time on the sidelines, and I know you have, Wes, the receiver will generally look to the line judge and then they will nod or give a thumbs up. But Ho Williams is way inside the formation toward the middle of the field. This time the ball is on the far hash. Pass over the middle, complete to Steinhoff. Third down conversion for the Monarchs. .5:02 to go here until halftime.
Good delivery again by Tui. Well, over the middle. He's been working the sidelines, working the flats, working the goal route. Now that time he worked over the middle, making good use of the field.
Colton Takamori, one of the hybrids out there right now. Moving around, they bring some of the hybrids for pressure. Tuifua gets rid of it quickly though. Tai Mitsunaga among the Raiders on the stop there. Second and 6 from the 43. Play action, Tuifua roaming, sliding. Marcos King is the nearest Raider to that little collision of sorts.
Well, I was going to say, you know, we've seen in the past 2-3 seasons Tuifua not slide and have players just bounce off of him because he's so big.
Yeah.
Interesting that he chose to slide that time. You know, but again, he's so valuable to this team.
Yeah.
Sometimes those extra 4 or 5 yards are not worth the hit. So, you know, can't criticize the decision to slide.
That is a coaching directive, I am sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even though he can take those hits, you know, why should he if he doesn't have to, right?
And that coach, Anthony Bones Tuitele, calls a timeout to talk things over with his Monarchs, who are leading at 21-14, 3:08 to go. This is the 111th meeting between these two schools. The series began in 1965, and because of that, you can tell that they play typically more than once a season. Iolani leads the series 82-25 and 3 draws. But Damien, West Nakama, has won the last 5 games after the Raiders took the previous 8. So it definitely swung in the Monarchs' direction. Hats off to Bones, Anthony Tuitele. Done a great job with that program.
Yeah, and you know, even before snapping that streak or turning it over, they had some really heartbreaking losses.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, they finally got over that hump and have turned the tide. And, you know, sometimes that's what it takes, is to just get that one win to snap the skid, and everything changes.
Third and a long 4. Enough to Wong. He gets pushed back. Now I look over at the Damien coaching staff, facing 4th and 2 at their own 47. Offense stays out on the field.
Yeah, you know, like you mentioned, JT, it was last time, it was a similar situation. They went in punt formation, got the first down out of punt formation. They're like, hey, why not get it first down out of regular formation now?
Out of a tight formation here. They'll fake it to Wong, and tackled is Steinhoff by Zach Bogoyo, number 4. Comes up big on 4th down. How many times in our lives have we seen Zach Bogoyo make big plays in multiple sports? That was
and
tremendous.
you know, I don't know if that was a mix-up by Damien, but they had 2 receivers in the same spot, and Bogoyo, to his credit, chose the right one to cover, and it was right on him as soon as he caught the ball, and no gain, first down, Iolani.
Turnover on downs. Now Teranishi running into the boundary. Good gain. Let's see where they mark it. About a gain of 5 for Aiden Teranishi. Clock stops with 2:07 to go here until halftime. Well, the Raider defense comes up with a turnover on downs. Now let's see what the Raider offense can do. Fake to give to Teranishi. Pass out to Ren Minami. One of the Minami brothers, brother of Brady Minami.
I tell you what, Brady was, I think, about a 154-pound lineman as a sophomore. Ren is listed at 136 as a sophomore, but both Minami brothers playing a lot bigger than their size.
Oh, yeah. Football players, to be sure. Brady Minami, one of the tri-captains this year, along with K.O. Keene and C.J. Villanueva. That pass falls incomplete. Perkins was pressured on that one. I see him kind of shaking some of his parts loose. He seems like he's okay. Second down and 10. Following that incompletion. 3 receivers to the right. Kalahani now in motion. He'll go back up to the top side. Teranishi. Didn't look like there was much there, but he charges forward. Gets 3+ on that carry. Third and 7 from the 33. Clock ticking. 1:11 to go here until halftime. Park in motion. Perkins rolling. And he gets thrown down. It'll be 4th down for the Raiders. That's one of those 3rd down plays. We're talking about being down on the sideline, and sometimes, you know, in previous games, I'll hear coach look, say, "Get me half." You know, just 4 down territory. We're not kicking field goals in this game. That was 3rd and kind of a long 6. AP had a kind of an option there to throw it, see what materialized. Now they'll call timeout and talk over the 4th down play.
Yeah, you know, we've done baseball games, John, over the years, and same principle, right? When you're down by 3 runs, late, maybe 5th inning, it's like, hey, we don't got to get it all in one inning. Just chip away, get a run here, and then give us a chance at the end to manufacture that last run.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
Now
what you don't want is, like you said, to face that 4th and really long. But this is manageable. Definitely within reach.
Empty backfield for the Raiders. Penalty flag from the back judge. He is counting players. And he's okay. He was checking the participation numbers.
Oh, I see. Hey, better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. 4th and 8, empty backfield for Iolani. 5 in the pattern. Perkins rolling, running.
Ooh, nice hit.
Wow. And he stays on his feet and gets the 1st down. Wow. I wish that was to our side so we could have a better view of what actually happened. But there was some contact, and then you saw number 12 just kind of appear and get beyond the sticks. Whew.
I tell you, the Damien sideline is upset. not because of the defense, but because they saw what they thought should have been face mask
Oh,
at the line of scrimmage. No flag thrown.
.36 seconds to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Raiders have it 1st and 10 at the Damien 26. Jaden Park in motion. Perkins complete to Kamakane. That initial hit brings Kane to the ground, which was important from the Damien perspective because you've seen Kane turn upfield toward the middle for a touchdown earlier in this game. He is slippery.
Exactly.
He has a nose for the end zone.
No, for sure. Those yards after catch are huge for Kane, so it's important. You know, he's going to catch the pass, but if you can limit those yaks, those yards after catch, that can mean the difference between holding them to a field goal or maybe even a change of possession and a touchdown.
You brought up Carter Kamana, you know, the number 21.
Yes.
He had 99 yards after catch. Remember at Aloha Stadium, he tied the state record
Yeah.
with a touchdown pass. 99 yards. Well, I miss Aloha Stadium.
Well, I was just going to say, you know, you say how far back I go with Iolani football. I remember at number 21 in 1976, Derek Yamada, all-star, maybe even all-state wide receiver. He's a great pass catcher.
Second and
Kamat.
7 here. Ball on the ground. Iggy's got it. Thank goodness for that. John Aguada, they call him Iggy, the sophomore class president. Iggy on the spot there so that the Raiders retain possession.
Well, not just on the spot, but great awareness. You know, after Perkins got flushed out of the pocket, Aguada luckily was paying attention to how the play was developing, saw the ball came loose immediately and sprinted over and covered it up.
One of the brilliant young players on this team, 5'7", 211-pound sophomore, right tackle.
And, you know, you talk about him being class person, good decision making that time, Aguada, because a lot of times, especially a sophomore, young kid might see the ball loose and try to pick it up and run with it. But, you know, what Coach Arnold Martinez used to call city fumble versus country fumble. So a city fumble is when the ball's on the ground and it's surrounded by buildings or, you know, players.
Okay.
And when it's crowded like that, you want to cover it up. Because if you don't, one of those guys might go get it, right? But if it's a country fumble and there's nobody around you, go ahead and try to pick it up, because even if you drop it, there's no one around, you can pick it up a second time, right? That was a city fumble, not a country fumble. Did the right thing, made the right decision, covered it up.
Oh, that's a great way to describe that. Sometimes you guys see the guys go for the scoop and score in the city, and that's not the things to do.
No.
And they sometimes end up very empty-handed, and the offense retains possession. Raiders called the last timeout. That is long since ended. And now Cal Evans is...
The chain gang moved the chains in the opposite direction as if Damien recovered the ball. Coach Wendell looked making sure like you said, the white hat. Cal Evans is aware of what happened to the chains and waiting his instructions.
There's also an unseen entity. We are not in the Kazuki Stadium press box this afternoon. We've been up there, and there's supervisors and people that hear the intercom, and they are also a second set of eyes on down markers and things of this. Might be Mel up there. I'm not sure.
Yeah. That's important because, you know, for many years, decades, right, the coaching staffs have had eyes in the sky is what they call it.
Yep.
Because it's hard. At field level, sometimes you don't see things happening. So it's good to have those eyes in the sky with headsets and communicating to the field. Same thing with officials. Why shouldn't they have an eye in the sky?
You also have the official timekeeper up there who is a part of the officiating staff. And with communication now, everybody can be consulted if required. I think they're getting things sorted out. I often tell people, and I think I'm correct with this, I think from even an unbiased perspective, Coach Wendell Look knows more about the rules than anybody else.
No, I've talked to
I
officials.
mean, maybe saved from the officials, but right in line with the officials.
Yeah, no, I've talked to officials about that, you know, because obviously they get a lot of coaches in their face throughout the season.
And rules change.
And I asked them, you know, about Coach Look, and that's exactly their response is, you know what, at least he knows the rules. So when he's arguing, he can back it up with the rule book. Some coaches
are just upset.
they may not fully understand the rule, or there might have been a rule change that they were not made aware of.
There's a lot of those from year to year.
Yeah. I don't know about the ILH, but the OA coaches are required to take a test in the summer on rules, and they have to get a passing score.
3rd and 17. Long ball into a crowd. Kikama Kane got 2 hands on it, but it falls incomplete. And you know, Kama was in the middle of a bunch of white-clad Monarchs, but like I said, he got his hands on it, so he is disappointed that he did not come down with it, but that would have been something special. Maybe they'll try it again here on 4th and 17, 16 seconds to go. Empty backfield, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Perkins steps up, launches one short to Furukawa. And a big tackle there by the Monarchs. Time is still ticking, and it stops with 4 seconds to go. On the change of possession, Raiders lose it on downs. Teams exchange. 4th down stops. And now the Monarchs see what they choose to do with 4 seconds remaining. At their own 19.
Raiders rushing only 3. They got 8. And they take a knee.
Tuifua hands the ball to the official that brings the first half to a close. Monarchs leading it 21-14. As I mentioned to you earlier, Wes, it's a big week here at Iolani School. On Wednesday, it was the opening chapel, and the seniors went down to the lower school and escorted the kindergartners to their first Iolani School chapel across the campus.
Wow.
Take a look at this video, and we'll be back for the halftime show.
Join me in welcoming our interim head of school, Mrs. Fingston.
My welcome is a story. It's called Maybe by Kobe Yamada, and it's especially for the kindergarteners who are sitting in our midst. Have you ever wondered why you're here? You are the only you there's ever been or ever will be. You have so much to offer. Maybe You will invent something that no one has ever seen before. Maybe you will build things that reach high into the sky. Your life is yours. Try as many things as you can. Try to see as much as you can see. Maybe you're here to help in ways that only you can. Maybe you have no idea how good you can really be. Maybe you don't know how much you matter. The world has been waiting centuries for someone exactly like you. One thing is for sure, you are here. And because you are here, anything is possible.
Oh, that was awesome. Now we'll turn it over to our public address announcer, Kyle Miyamoto.
For your halftime entertainment, the Iolani dance team featuring the Iolani marching band will begin with a dance routine to the classic Motown hit "I Want You Back" by the Jackson 5. The Iolani dance team is under the direction of Serene Olivora, Samantha Delgado, and Allison Kim, and features performers ranging from grades 1 through 12.
What a great job by the Iolani Marching Band and Iolani Dance Team. First with I Want You Back, the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson. Then, wow, Dream a Little Dream of Me, performed by, back in the day, Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong. And then they gave us a little bit of Waltz number 2 from the Sostakovich Jazz Suite number 2.
Well, first of all,
good.
Want You Back, Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, I think, was 11 years old when he did that song. I mean, incredible every time I watch that video. And then little trivia here. You talk about going far back in Iolani. You talk about, and I hope people remember him, Father Chuck Halter.
Yes.
Longtime history teacher, intermediate football coach, basketball coach, baseball coach, statistician, legendary statistician for the ILH. First made a name for himself as playing in the big band era. Tommy Dorsey was a huge band in the 1930s. Father Halter was in the Tommy Dorsey band.
I did not know that.
And that,
Thank you, sir. That's, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't keep up with today's times, but I mean, I would imagine it was almost the equivalent of being part of Taylor Swift's, not just a Swiftie, but in her show or in
absolutely.
her. I mean, that's how big Tommy Dorsey was. I mean, among the big bands, Tommy Dorsey was one of the biggest, if not the biggest. And
Father Chuck Halter, the Renaissance man
He
to
was.
the nth degree. He would have enjoyed that video that we played before the band performance about the opening chapel. And interim head of school, Mrs. Melanie K. Finkston, reading the story Maybe by Kobe Yamada. Wow. And before that, the seniors go down to the K-1 community. They go into the kindergarten classrooms. They meet kindergartners. The class of 2038, okay? You saw the video, but we have a special behind-the-scenes look to hear from the students who are involved in that, before they got involved in that, put together by the One Team Network. Check it out.
Since 2011, the senior class has ventured into the lower school to create a special First Walk the Chapel experience for the kindergartners. The One Team Network had a chance to talk to some of these students. Do you know what's going on this morning, the chapel walk?
Well, I'm thinking of like the upper grades are coming and then we're gonna do some stuff.
We're walking with the seniors.
Hmm?
What do you want to know about seniors, like the oldest in the school?
I don't know.
Do you remember anything about the seniors or like when you were a kindergartner?
I just remember being super nervous walking up for chapel but I was like really calmed down by my senior. They were super nice.
The K-12 Walk to Chapel is symbolic of the support and guidance that the seniors hope to share with the kindergartners as they begin their 13-year journey through Iolani School. What's your favorite thing about Iolani so far?
Playing at the playground. And science and PE and dance and music.
I'm most excited for meeting the next generation of Iolani students.
Seeing how excited all the kids are going to be, especially when hopefully they come and meet us, they'll be super excited.
So I remember being walked as a kindergartner by a senior, and it was just really exciting, and I hope that I can make this experience exciting for the kids.
Great job by the One Team Network. Alexa Tamanaha, Jace Randall, Lauren Jamon. Great job by those kindergartners trying to explain what's going to happen. They didn't yet know, they had some idea. And then those seniors. It's you don't have to have gone to kindergarten at Iolani School. Some of those people that were interviewed had. But it's just special to be a senior, to be the biggest kid, to go down, meet some of the young kids, and escort them up to the chapel and get to know them.
Well, I was one of the lucky ones to be a kindergartner,
Yeah.
and I remember going to chapel. I think when we were in kindergarten, it was Father Gifford who was, no pun intended, but very fatherly figure for us at that age. And, that is part of the Iolani experience, part of the Iolani education is we learn about the Bible, learn about Bible stories, religion from kindergarten all the way through. Of course, we attend chapel service starting in kindergarten all through lower school. I actually got to participate in the Acolyte program.
Yeah.
I think 4th, 5th, 6th grade. Carry the candle down the aisle, the flag. If you're lucky, you get to carry the cross. It is, you talk about all those clubs, as in high school. Well, even at the lower school level, they have opportunities like that. If you want to be a Bible reader, if you want to be an acolyte, JPO, it doesn't. You don't have to wait till high school to join a club. You can get involved even as early as 4th grade. I don't know, maybe probably even younger nowadays.
And if you want to get involved in that, those 3 students that I mentioned are seniors. They were at club day. If there are parents or students who are interested, or let your student know. But go see Mr. Dane Kurihara and Mr. Kashikamu in the AV office, and get involved in One Team Network. It's about students talking to students, hearing student voices. It's a really special thing. If you go to the YouTube channel, there's a playlist, and you can see an interview with CJ Villanueva prior to the Father Bray game that was really heartwarming and very interesting. So anyway, that is the plug for the One Team Network. If you want to be involved in Iolani Live and the things that we're doing here, also go to the AV department and check in with Mr. Dane Kurihara, our Manager of Media Services. There's all kinds of jobs. Even ours, Wes. Come and take our jobs. Come and work with us and learn. The Iolani Classic, as you know, there's a lot of opportunity to call basketball or practice basketball. If you want to be a cameraman, we certainly have those positions. We do multi-camera shoots. If you'd like to be a technical director and learn how to press the buttons and make the decisions, there's all sorts of things, or whatever it might be. On-camera talent, certainly. Sideline reporting, all sorts of things.
Yeah, I tell
it's
you,
all
who
there
knows?
here at Iolani School.
Some of the people that we've seen in the media in the last 20, 30 years, I think of Ron Mizutani, KHON, Robert Kikaula. They got their start back in high school at Kamehameha's Midkiff Center. They have a fabulous media program there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's how they got their start. And so, hey, they turned it into great careers, and you never know. Might happen for the next Iolani Network.
Second half underway, and the Raiders will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. As we get back to football action here, 21-14, Damien out in front of the Raiders.
Interception's kickoff goes through the end zone for touchback. Ball is spotted at the 20, 1st and 10 Raiders.
Damien had it first in the first half, scored on its first 3 possessions. Then things slowed down a bit. The Raiders have it first here in the second half. They'll begin with a Teranishi rush. He got out of trouble in the backfield and gained some yards. Good job by Aiden.
I mean, we talk about Aiden being a north-south downhill type runner, but he's shown, on those end runs, that he can get around that corner, and if he needs to. So that's he's definitely got different dimensions to his running game.
In the first half, he had 11 rushes for 68 yards, 6.2 per carry, a long of 18.
And that's a great sign for Iolani. Like I said, 11 carries for 68 yards. Last week, I think the whole game, he had maybe 37 yards on 21 rushes, I think was his total. Less than 2 yards a carry.
Yeah. At Open Division, Lelehua at Hugh Yoshida Stadium. 3rd down and 2. Fake it to Teranishi. Pass complete to Minami. And he gets the first down. Good job by Ren Minami and Adrian Perkins combining on that one.
yards and a first down on the completion to number 19, Greg Minami.
Two receivers either side of Adrian Perkins. Teranishi to his left. He'll fake it to Teranishi. Try to connect there with Kikamakane. That one falls incomplete. Adrian Perkins in the first half, 10 of 18 for 92 yards, a pair of touchdown passes, no interceptions. Kane, six of those 10 receptions went to him for 57 yards and a couple scores. Give it to Teranishi. He can't break through the line, but does gain about 3.
Big with 3 yards from handoff to number 9, Aiden Teranishi. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, going back to AP's numbers, he's not 92 yards, decent. He's not lighting it up, but hey, he's doing his job. Moving the chains, keeping the score close, no turnovers.
No turnovers. That's huge. 3rd and 7. Perkins launches one over the middle. Almost connected with Akalau Kong.
Incomplete pass intended for number 11, Kyle
Lau Kong, 6 foot 183-pound junior. Excuse me. That brings up 4th down. Marcos King to punt it away. This one's an end-over-end variety. He gets good rolls. Penalty flag down. As King was involved with something behind the play with one of the Monarchs. Cal Evans was on top of that. He will fill us in.
Personal foul, illegal contact, team number 8, 15-yard penalty.
Oh, wow.
First down, Damien.
Personal foul, illegal contact called against King, the punter. He's also a defensive lineman, so he gets into some contact there.
Penalty moves the ball to the 48-yard line. Will be 1st and 10, Monarchs.
Again, we talked about field position. Yeah, I was going to say, John, starting this drive on their 48, midfield.
3 receivers to the left. Tuifua looks to the right. Pass complete. Raiders are there quickly. Tai Mitsunaga, I believe, was first on the scene for Iolani.
We're talking about those halftime stats. Tuifua, I believe, 13 of 17 in the first half. That makes it 14 of 18. I mean, talked about his accuracy. The numbers are showing that clearly.
Yeah, that's AJ. Those are his kind of numbers. You know who was in the neutral zone this time? Because I'm right on the line.
Yeah, we're in the neutral zone.
Yeah, we are in the neutral zone, but it's marked off against the Raiders.
Oh, boy.
Because Katayama was lined up in the neutral zone.
Penalty moves the ball down to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10, Monarchs.
First and 10. Wong on the run. Von Hangai on the stop. Vaughn, 6 foot, 211-pound senior. Gain of 4 on the play for Jonah Wong. 2nd and 6. Pressure coming. Tuifua escaping and throwing one up for grabs. And who comes down with it? It could be Tai Mitsunaga. And it is. Interception. Tai Mitsunaga. 6 foot, 150-pound sophomore. Oh, excuse me, Colton Takamori. 22 instead of 28.
And you know,
Colton
Takamori,
with the
a
interception.
sophomore, but he was one of the starting safeties on last year's intermediate.
My apologies for the misrepresentation from this distance and my bad eyes. That pass is incomplete. Penalty flag thrown from the white cap, our referee in the end zone. So Adrian Perkins picking himself up.
Wow, roughing the passer.
Yeah. So he was hit after the play. Big penalty. That'll move the ball out to the 17-yard line.
Huge penalty. You know, and they had him backed up on their own 2, and now he's got some more than enough breathing room.
Karanishi brought down in the backfield. Great job by Tyvin, Self, Gomez, Keala Akai.
And out to number 9, Aiden Taradishi goes for no gain. Brings up 2nd down.
Both teams 2-2 on the season. Same pattern. Both teams won their first 2 games, lost their most recent 2. Going head to head here.
Oh boy.
Pass intended for Kane.
Yeah, I think that was a mix-up there. Looks like Perkins expected Kane to run a different route because that was overthrown by a lot. Kane had kind of angled in for an innie, and Perkins threw an outie.
Third and 10 at their own 17. Perkins on the roll. Gets it off to Furukawa. Incomplete. Out of bounds. And the punting unit will come on.
Yeah, when they look at the film on this, I don't know if AP is going to have second thoughts about down and distance. You know, he just needed 10 yards for the first down. There was a lot of open grass in front of him. Tried that difficult sideline pass, difficult angle, and of course, they weren't able to get it.
Some pressure, but King gets the punt off, and as he always does, gets a good roll.
That's huge.
It's about the 36-yard line. Damien scored touchdowns, pass plays, big yards on its first 3 possessions.
They did.
To go up to score 21 points. We look at the scoreboard with 7:13 remaining in the third. They're still at 21. The Raiders at 14. This game hanging in the balance for both teams. Obviously, Damien first to be able to do something with it as they have 1st and 10 at their own 36.
Going back to that punt, ended up being 47 yards, John. And about 12 or 13 of those yards were on the roll. So, like you said, he's a master at that, getting that extra 10 or 12 yards just on the roll after it lands.
Raiders bring some pressure, and Joshua Griffin responds, getting the ball carrier down in the backfield. Ran through his gap. Brought Namoka down. Good to see Joshua back out there playing football. 5'8", 175-pound junior. Second and 12. Four-man front for the Raiders. They bring 5. Pass complete. Griffin on the tackle, this time near the Raiders sideline. Tuifua with that quick release. Got
oh my
a
goodness!
bunch of that,
He was
back.
trotting backwards, and yet still got that zip on that ball, just using arm strength. He couldn't even plant his feet. He's trotting. He's backpedaling and throwing a bullet upfield.
He's throwing darts out there.
It is. He is.
Flicking it.
I think he's what, 15 of 19?
Yeah. Raiders bring pressure again. They don't get to Tuifua. He completes the pass, but Steinhoff is wrestled down by Colton Takamori. Colton Takamori coming up big for the Raiders in recent minutes. That was a huge tackle in space. It brings up 4th down. Big decision here for Anthony Tuatelli. Fourth and a long 3 on its own 43-yard line. Damien will go for it.
Oh my goodness.
It up in the air. Wyatt Williams on 4th down scores a 57-yard touchdown on a pass from A.J. Tuifua. Big play there.
Huge play
for the Monarchs.
And, you know, had they not gotten the first down, I'm sure, you know, Bones Tuitelli would. That's going to be a question he might have had to ask himself, as well as field from others. But I tell you, it paid off. He knew what he was doing. Great call.
And the Monarchs add the extra point. So Damien has Iolani doubled up here with 5.5 to go in the third, 28-14. John Tamanaha and Wes Nakama here. Thank you for joining us on Iolani Live for the ILH Division I opener between the Damien Monarchs and the Iolani Raiders. These teams will meet once again in this home-and-home series on Friday, October 24th at Skippadia Stadium at Farrington High School. Kickoff set for 6 p.m. Much of what is discussed there will matter on what happens here and in each team's game against Pac-5. The Raiders will play the Pac-5 Wolfpack ILH Division II team on Friday, September 26th in the homecoming game, followed by the Burning of the Eye, both here at Eddie Hamada Field. The game kicks off at 3:15. Damien will play Pac-5 on Friday, October 3rd. This kickoff headed in the direction of Kamakane. And he gets upended and dropped at the 30-yard line. Some contact after the whistle, no flags.
15-yard kickoff return by number 21, Kamakane. Ball spotted at the 30-yard line.
I'm glad you mentioned Pac-5, John, because if you recall last year, we talked earlier about Damien snapping their skid against Iolani. Pac-5
Yes.
snapped a long skid with a huge victory here on this field. So don't count them out.
Also the homecoming game.
It was.
Jaden Park on the reception. From Adrian Perkins. Jaden Park, 5'7", 155-pound senior. Double slot formation. Perkins will hand it off to Aiden Teranishi. And Aiden gains a tough 3 yards. It brings up 3rd down. So I mentioned the Damien series and the game against Pac-5. I mentioned that Pac-5 is a Division II team, but the combined record of those 3 games is what determines the ILH representative to the state tournament in Division I. Perkins complete to Akalau Kong. He gets the 1st down and more. Big 3rd down conversion for the Raiders, who are behind by 2 scores here, as we are inside 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd. Kikamakane, the lone receiver, out here to the right. We'll give it to Teranishi. He spins and drives his way for a couple. And of course, if you are wondering, because it's kind of a 3-game series to determine that ILH representative in the Division I tournament, sometimes, yes, a playoff is required. And that has happened in the past at a neutral site. Perkins throwing it up for Kane, and Kikama Kane comes down with it at the 25-yard line. That play reminiscent of 2 plays in the opening drive, where it's kind of, hey, AP, throw it up for Kikama. Let him make a play.
That's exactly what happened, and he did. The defender, Alexander Lazaro, actually was doing a good job. Had him pretty covered well, but
he did. Aiden Teranishi with the carry. Can you imagine that assignment? Hey, you're one of our top guys, but you're on 21.
Exactly.
You're our left corner today. You go up against the right wide receiver.
Kane showed his veteran savvy there, was able to get just enough separation to make that. And he adjusted to the ball, too. Give him credit for that as well. And was able to steal that pass away from Lazaro, really.
2nd and 5. Park in motion. Fake the flip forward to him. Pass intercepted. And Damien squelches that Raider drive with an interception. And just look at the reaction by the Monarchs right in front of their bench. They and everybody in Kazuki Stadium knows that was a big play, as the Raiders were trying to get within 1 score. Now it's up to the Raider defense. They have been playing well as of late. They did give up a touchdown pass, a long one, on the recent Damien possession, but that was on 4th and 4. Let's see if they can put together some good downs on the defensive side. Jonah Williams is tracked down by Kai Cascaden. Good job by Kai. Senior nose guard. Wearing those Air Jordan cleats. Looking good, Kai. Second and a long 7. Tuifua, quick completion. Briones coming up with an authoritative tackle, but Damien gets first down yardage on that completion to Ho'ohului. Officials' time as the Iolani trainers are out to look at K.O. Keene. Concern for K.O., one of the senior tri-captains on this Raider team.
Now, for those who follow college football, you know, there was a rule change this year that we've already seen take effect when the ball is spotted and a player goes down with an injury. That team is charged with a timeout. Of course, that's to discourage feigning injuries. But that rule does not apply in high school. So this time the ball was spotted. The Iolani player did go down, but no penalty or no timeout charge.
First and 10 for the Monarchs at their own 35. Quick pass over the middle. Colton Takamori with the stop on Samuel Kawakami. Another good play by Takamori there. Can't let Samuel Kawakami get started. We saw that earlier in the first half. He's got good speed. He gained 9 on that one. Second and 1. Raider front jumping around. Wong runs into the Raider defense. A lot of black around Jonah Wong. Some of them trying to pull the ball out. Another first down for the Damien Monarchs.
You know, Wong is listed at 5'5". They don't list his weight, but he's obviously, he can't be more than $150. Probably less than that, but he showed great leg strength on that. They could, several guys were on him, and he wouldn't go down. Pushed the pile himself. Got those hard extra yards.
And he comes out for a break. Makoa Namoka checks in for him. 5'6". Lofted over the top to Steinhoff. He dives and makes the catch. Tuifua has the angle on these lob passes.
I tell you what, that was a veteran play because he knew Steinhoff could like you said, he threw it up. He knew he trusted his guy to go get the ball, which he did.
He's got all the throws. He's got over the top, and he's got the sidearm dart throws. Goes over the top again to Steinhoff, but intercepted by Briones. Where are they going to mark that? They're going to mark that correctly. Kella got into the end zone for the touchback on the interception. First and 10 for the Raiders at the 20. So we laid down the challenge to the Raider defense to do it once again, and they did.
Well, it was almost similar to the throw before. We lobbed it up there, but credit Briones for making a play on that ball.
Perkins falls incomplete, intended for Kikamakane. He is disappointed in himself.
Yeah, rare drop. He did have to come back for that ball, but still, that's one he usually makes.
Lokong far to the top. Kane to the bottom. We'll go with Teranishi on the run. And that is the end of the third quarter. Teams will flip sides. The Monarch leading at 28-14. Iolani's next game after a bye week is the homecoming game on Friday, September 26th. We will have that for you here on Iolani Live on the YouTube channel, but we would really implore you to come out here, especially if you are an alum. That is what homecoming is all about. Well, not all about. It's about a kind of a spirit week mostly. But I always like to point out what that is. Who's coming home? The alumni.
Yeah.
Why would you be coming home? The burning of the eye, the football game, the whole laulea in the lower gym. That begins with stage band, dancing, hula, the Iolani dance team. You saw some of them performing here at halftime. All sorts of fun things. That happens after the football game. The football game happens after Cheerfest. All of that happens after 4 days of spirited fun prior to Friday. But first things first, the fourth quarter here. Iolani Damien, that pass falls incomplete. Perkins got hit. He gets up. Damien's, they don't list the weights, but Tevin, number 4, the defensive lineman, he put a little jolt into
not
Adrian
just him,
Perkins.
but they had a great pass rush. 3 guys really putting pressure on AP. He had to throw it in no man's land.
There was some rush on the punter
Look
there.
at that.
This time Wyatt Holt Williams is saying, Marcos King, I know you can do the punts and the rolls. I'm going to get in front of that and field it.
That is good coaching by Damien. They weren't going to let him get those extra 12 or 13 yards on the roll this time. They had somebody back there to pick it up. So good adjustment by Damien. Those are free yards, I mean, the ball would land maybe 30 yards down, but then you get 12, 13 more yards. Now all of a sudden it's a 41-yard punt.
And if we're judging rolls and prospective rolls, that one was going to be the biggest.
It was.
That one was going. The result, though, the Monarchs have it 1st and 10 at their own 48. Jonah Wong on the run. Jonah brought down by Haveo Kabilao. Raiders sophomore. Defensive lineman. 5'10", 168 pounds. He lines up on the left. Han Gai slides into the middle. Marcos King on the right. Some of the hybrids are bouncing around. Keene comes for pressure. Tuifua gets it out quickly. First down, Damien.
I don't have the updated stats on Tuifua, but he's got to be about 18 of 22 or 19 of 23. I mean, not many incompletions at all.
First and 10 from the Raider 41. Wong brought down importantly by Dax LaRue. Gain of 4 on that play. Second and 6. We are inside of 10 minutes to go here in the fourth. Now Mocha with the carry. That brings up third down. Rare negative play there for the Monarchs.
But the clock is ticking, and you know, with a 14-point lead, the clock is in Damien's favor right now. As long as he keeps ticking.
Damien coaches might be saying here, get us half. Play action. Tuifua, he's going for it all, and it falls incomplete. Had a receiver, rare misfire by AJ Tuifua. That brings up fourth down. I think it was always 4-down territory for the Monarchs here.
Yeah, he had a guy open, but he did the same thing he did on that interception, was throw off his back foot, and that cost him dearly the last time. This time, there weren't that many black jerseys in the area, so a little lower risk, but that's always a dangerous pass, throwing off your back foot downfield.
Wyatt Ho Williams was signaling for timeout, but then when timeout was called, he was kind of pointing. He had seen something, I think, and he had his helmet off, and he's like, whoa, I had something.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But, yeah, better to talk about it here on fourth down. This is a big play. Game.
Yeah, it is a big play.
Yeah.
With the clock at 9:07, should Damien keep this drive alive, it's going to wind down up 2 scores if they don't get this first down. Iolani, 9 minutes is still a lot of time. I know they're down 2 scores, 14 points, but definitely they got time to work with as it is now.
If you are a follower of Raider football, or if you follow teams that play the Raiders, there's one thing you know. Coach Wendell Look knows how to manage the clock.
Very much
Do
so.
not give him time to manage. Fourth down and 7. Tuifua stepping up, eluding some pressure. He's going to run. And he's going to get the required yardage and more. Colton Takamori, the Raider, to bring down the big Monarch quarterback. Yet another fourth down conversion for the Monarchs. They have scored touchdowns on fourth down. And that play, as we were talking about the clock and this drive, that play is not as important as a touchdown, as a score, but
no, exactly,
it's big.
And that shows the veteran IQ of Tuifua. Looked downfield, the receivers covered, saw a lot of open field in front of him, knowing down in distance he only needed 7. Got 17.
Pass complete, receiver on a knee out there. Steinhoff.
Actually got more than 17. He got 22 yards on that run.
He did enough sliding earlier in the game. He was like,
and
hey, I'm
again,
gonna rumble around a little bit.
This is the fourth quarter, big game on the line. You know, he's gonna get those extra yards. Clock under 8 now.
Second down and 7. Jonah Wong running, still on his feet, into the end zone. Monarchs add 6. Jonah Wong weaving his way. The final 13 yards for the score.
We had mentioned how establishing that running game early with the size advantage on the trenches, wearing Iolani down. We're in the crunch time of fourth quarter. Those tackles with fatigue get harder and harder to make.
The extra point is good, and that makes it 35-14 with 7:39 to go. Here in the fourth quarter in this important ILH Division I season opener. Raider with what looks like a cramp down on the field.
Yeah, again, I mean, the heat index on that field in these Friday afternoon games, 3:15 kickoff, humid weather, you know. I'm surprised this is the first cramp, actually. A lot of times, remember, we've seen multiple cramps in that Radford game, the Father Bray game. Man, that Radford kid had cramps in both legs. And he wasn't the only one. I mean, a bunch of kids were going down. It is warm down there. You really got to hydrate.
Tomorrow at Hamada Fieldhouse, Iolani girls varsity Division I volleyball will take on the Punahou Buff and Blue, 6 p.m. at Punahou. First serve in Hamada Fieldhouse. Raider fans would like to see you out there to support that team. As you know, Wes, that is a really fun team to watch. They got seniors, they got juniors, they got sophomores and freshmen. They've got a nice spirit to them. They are 4-0. Punahou defeated defending state champion Kamehameha Kapalama in that last match in five sets.
They did, and they took a set off of Iolani in their first meeting. Iolani went up 2-0.
So they are coming for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Good to see the Raider Nation out there. Up at Punahou. This is Jaden Park on the kickoff return.
Now, 7:31 on the clock, down 3 scores. Obviously not a good situation for Iolani. However, their offense is a tempo offense. So they're used to playing quick, even when it's not in the fourth quarter. So, you know, they're used to these conditions as far as needing to set up quickly and get the ball snapped and moving the ball up the field, moving the chains.
Fake it to Teranishi. Tried to throw it to Lau Kong. Make it second down and 10.
Yeah, those are the plays you got to make, though. I mean, short, easy, completable pass in the open field. You probably could have got 5, 6, 7 yards out of it. Instead, they get 0. Now they're facing second and 10. The only positive is the clock is stopped. But we got to move. They got to move these chains.
Park slotted inside of Lau Kong here on the near side. Pass toward Akalau Kong. Some extra contact after the play. Kai Akalau Kong caught the ball and his knee was on the turf.
I tell you what, the officials are being very generous and keeping the flags in the pocket, because there could have been 1 or even 2 flags thrown after that.
And I think keeping it in the pocket would be the consistency that we've seen in
It
this game.
is.
That's good in that manner. Another completion to Lau Kong. This time he stays on his feet and drives forward for the first down. Third down conversion, Raiders. That is a big one. Kayaka Lau Kong, the younger brother of Kaimana Lau Kong, who will be playing baseball at the University of Hawaii at Manoa this year. Kikama Kane makes the catch near midfield and is headed to the end zone. 64-yard touchdown from Adrian Perkins to Kamakane to put the Raiders back in this game. Get the ball to your playmakers and see what they can do. Kane does Kane things. And the Raiders have cut the lead to 15. And it stays at 15. Mitsunaga fires low on the PAT.
Well, going back to the touchdown, that is exactly what Iolani needed. I talked about moving the chains. I mean, that's, being hopeful, but a quick strike like that, leaving them still 6 minutes and 46 seconds. Despite the missed extra point, still a 2-possession game. Very manageable with 6 minutes and 46 seconds left. Huge touchdown, and just as importantly, a quick touchdown that makes that deficit a lot more achievable to overcome.
The Raider touchdowns, all 3 of them. Touchdown passes from sophomore Adrian Perkins to senior Kikama Kane. You don't need to be CJ Villanueva, the experienced quarterback who has played with Kikama Kane for years, to be a person to give Adrian Perkins advice. You could be anybody who's followed Raider football. Hey, get the ball to Kama.
Exactly. I was just going to say that is,
But I'm sure CJ Villanueva talks to him about ways to get to Kikama and develop that relationship and that timing. And now Kikama Kane is out to take the kickoff, this time not to drive it into the end zone. He has it lined up especially. And it falls off the tee.
Wow.
He'll get to reset that and maybe make him have a holder. But that is not the fault of the kicking team.
Can't call false start on the ball.
Sometimes it falls right before a toe contact.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody knows what's going to happen here. And the ground ball, the big bounce. It rolls around and needs to get to the 50, and it does. Do the Raiders have it? They do.
Oh, my goodness.
We have not the worst view of it, but we have a really bad view of what happened there. Damien allowed the ball to roll and move. And
was that, again, number 4, Zach Magoyo?
Wow.
Johnny on the spot. He was the one around the area.
The nose of the ball is right at the 50, just as it was. The nose of the ball was at the 40.
It doesn't need to go 10 yards and 3 inches, just 10 yards.
Whoa. Here we go, folks. Pass over the middle, caught. That man again, Kikama Kane, this time for 11 yards. That moves the chains. It gets the Raiders inside the Damien 40.
A lot of time left, 6:40 on the clock.
Teranishi blasting forward for 4 tough yards. Those runs very important, not just for the 4 yards, but to slow down that pass rush. Give Adrian Perkins some time to find his playmakers. Lofts it up. That one goes out of bounds. Pizarro had the best chance at that, and I think AP knew it and threw it wide.
And we had talked about the consistency of the officiating. Perkins took a shot after letting that ball go. No flag, but that is consistent with how the game has been officiated throughout. There's been some extra hitting after the whistle, but no flag, and no flag after that throw either.
3rd and 6. 3 receivers to the left. Perkins looking that way. Throws it over the middle, though, into Lau Kong. And he did get a little bit more than half on that 3rd down play, setting up 4th and manageable. 4th and 1. Lots of options here for Iolani. Play gets signaled in. Clock ticks forward. 5:40 to go here in the 4th. On 4th down, Teranishi has the yards. They will move the chains.
4 yards on the first down on the handoff to
Tip of the cap to that Raider front. Landon Kaneshiro, Braden Minami, Maxim Nakaahiki, Colt Kotekaru, and John Aguada leading the way. That pass falls incomplete. Stops the clock with 5:11 to go. Raiders down 15, still a 2-score game. Double slot formation. Teranishi on the left hip of Perkins. Adrian, he gets caught by the jersey and brought down. Loss of yards on that sack. The clock continues to tick inside of 5 minutes.
Also 4 yards on the quarterback snap. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long. 3rd and 14 here for the Raiders. Perkins eludes the rush momentarily, throws across his body. That falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 14. Raiders come to the line. Lau Kong out wide here to the near side. 3 receivers to the right. Perkins down the middle looking for Kane. Nearly intercepted. And the Raiders turn it over on downs. Damien preserves the 15-point lead.
4:25 remaining. There's still time, but the hill just got a lot steeper to climb.
You hear the Iolani marching band. Glad to have them here at this game, as well as the cheerleaders.
Good coverage by Damien, by the way. A lot of white jerseys back there. They knew the ball was probably going to go to Kane, and they were right there.
Monarchs take over. 1st and 10 at their own 30. Now Mocha on the carry. Clock ticks under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth. Second and 8 at the 32. Namoka once again. This time he is met in the backfield. Dax LaRue, Marcos King. Combining on that tackle for loss.
2 yards on the handoff. 29 for the Volco. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Third and 10. Raiders need to force 4th down here or get a turnover. Tuifua eludes the rush. And he gets spilled short of the yard to gain, the line to gain. Damien will call timeout. Or Iolani calls timeout for the 4th down play. Raiders use their first of 3 timeouts here in the second half. That essentially saves 25 or so seconds. As we mentioned, Coach Look, he knows how to manage that clock. Get that change of possession here somehow, some way. The clock stops. It's your ball. Or maybe Damien chooses to punt here. We've only seen that, I think, Wes, once in this game before.
Yep.
And we will see it again.
What we have seen is just because they're in punt formation
Yes.
doesn't mean they're going to punt.
Thank you.
Especially with Ho Williams back there.
Yeah. Last time it was 4th and long. This time it's 4th and maybe 2.5. Wyatt Ho Williams has the ball. He does kick it away end over end. Bounces up nicely for Jaden Park. He reverses his field. And he gets caught from behind. Big tackle there by the Monarchs. Braxton Tomisa on the stop. That was important because Park had some green pasture in front of them. Now the Raiders will have to get it done starting at their own 11.
First things first, good decision by Damien to punt the ball because
Absolutely.
you're up 2 scores.
Yeah.
You got under 3 minutes left. You don't want to turn the ball over and give Iolani possession on the 30. So safe, smart move.
Pass complete to Kane. Clock continues to tick. Noah Furukawa slotted inside of Lau Kong. Here to the near side. We'll go the other way, complete to Park. Jaden gets the first down yardage and smartly goes out of bounds. Perkins on 1st and 10. Gets it complete to Justin Kauhane. Another first down catch. And going out of bounds once again. Three receivers to the left. Lau Kong over the middle. That one falls incomplete. Clock stops at 2:14 to go here in the fourth. 2nd and 10. Kane over the middle. Monarchs keeping track of him in particular. A couple defenders in the near vicinity bring him down. Third and 6. Perkins has time.
Oh, boy.
It is intercepted. Furukawa with the stop along with Teranishi to bring down Montana James Bubba Omoso, who made the interception with 92 seconds remaining, possibly sealing the win for Damien.
I'm not sure who Perkins was throwing to in that. There were a lot of white jerseys in the area. Especially on first down. Sure he wants that back, live to pass another down.
Monarch's prime objective here is to drain the last minute 32. Raider defense led by Joshua Griffin, who made the stop there, knew it's probably going to be a run. He shot the gap. Joshua's stretching some things out. He's going to have to kind of get to the sideline.
Clock
Take
still
care of that.
ticking. In 110, under 110 now.
Justin Oshiro in at one of the hybrid positions for the Raiders. Play clock down to 6. 2-1. Wong on the run.
And that'll be it, because with another first down, Damien can just run this clock out. Iolani with only 2 timeouts. Damien has 4 downs. Iolani will not stop the clock.
"15 seconds to go, and Tuifua will take the knee. And that will be it. Damien Monarchs take the lead in the Interscholastic League of Honolulu Division I standings with a 35-20 victory over the Iolani Raiders here at Eddie Hamada Field. These two teams will meet once again in October. In between that, each of these teams will play Pac-5. And then you add it all up at the end and see who comes out on top. Of that team will represent the ILH in the HHSAA Division I State Championship Tournament, which is the prime objective of both of these programs for some time now. Westakama, your top line thoughts about this game? We thought Damien was just going to run away. They were 3 for 3 on touchdowns early on.
Well, we
Raiders
know,
came back.
You know, they have the physical superiority. They definitely took advantage of that. They got a 4-year starter at quarterback, Tuifua, AJ Tuifua. They definitely took advantage of him, and he took advantage of whatever opportunities he had. I don't know what he finished with, but I'm guessing it was around 20 of 25, something like that. Like you said, he was throwing darts out there.
Darts and rainbows.
Yep.
It's a next Raider game will be the homecoming game on Friday, September 26th. Raiders take on Pac-5. Kickoff here at Eddie Hamada Field at 3:15.
And you know what, from the Iolani side, yes, it does go down as a loss, an important loss. But again, a sophomore quarterback in his first start showed some good things.
Yeah.
Had a lot of learning experiences. And then these are the kind of games as a sophomore he's going to look back on, 2 years from now as a huge learning experience. Sure, he would like a couple throws back, a couple decisions back, but for the most part, again, against a quality state tournament level team, tough situations, and they made a game of it, Definitely,
they certainly did.
Within striking distance late in the fourth quarter.
The defense came up with some big plays.
Defense
the offense
did. We
came up with some big plays.
And some players emerged. We talked about Colton Takamori. Shout out to his father. He was an all-state defensive back for Iolani back in the mid-'90s. Sean Takamori went on to have a great baseball career at University of Hawaii. That's a sophomore, who showed great things. Kella Briones started making great things. That's a junior.
Yeah, he was back there at that free safety
who
spot.
he had been playing some hybrid, I believe, and now he's settled in at safety and made some huge plays.
Had an interception
He
there
did.
at the goal line.
So there's a lot of positives that came out of this. Like you said, this is just the first of several important games. We've got Pac-5 coming up and Damien again over at Farrington. So a lot of things to work on, but a lot of positives to build on as well for Iolani.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us here on Iolani Live on the Iolani YouTube channel. We hope to see you tomorrow night, 6 p.m. at Punahou for the girls' volleyball matchup against the Buff and Blue. That is going to be a good one. And we will mention that this game will be on the next game after that. We're not looking ahead. I'm just telling you when the next home game is for the Iolani girls varsity volleyball team. It is Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, September 16th versus Kamehameha. A rematch of the rematch of the rematch, the rematch of all the state tournament games, the rematch of what happened at Kikuhapio Gymnasium the other weekend. It will be on OC 16. I'm telling you that, Raider fans, not so that you stay home and watch it. Watch the replay. Those are fun to watch on replay. Much better to be in the lower gym. Raider students, Kai Kaskaden, the recently crowned president of the Raider Nation, will be in contact with you. Come on out and support that team. They're fun to watch. We saw the cheerleaders out here. They are also in their season. They are fun to watch. They will have a home meet in October. We will talk about that later. But for now, thanks to the whole crew. Thanks to Dane Kurihara and his staff, Evan, Jacob, Ben, Cash, and the whole gang for helping set this up. Thanks to Zach Heltz, who ran the lone camera. He did a great job. Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Wes Nakama, class of 1986, Iolani School. Always good to sit next to you and learn from your wisdom. Thanks so much. I'm John Tamanaha, saying goodbye for now and reminding you it was the Damien Monarchs over the Iolani Raiders, 35-20. Until next time, aloha.